Hello, this is Ronnie. I'm back here with a clip taken from a long video that I just finished to record for my subscribers. I'm leaving the option for my services at 50% off for the first year open, and I'll be providing further details after the clip ends. So if you're interested, please stay on. I'll be talking to you again at the end of the clip. I would like you also to read carefully the disclaimer that I'm going to put up now, so that it is clear to you before you go ahead and watch the video. This is just a standard thing. Okay, that's the chart of silver on the 60-minute scale. Silver has run up. Silver is beginning to accelerate vis-a-vis gold. You can see that from the decline in the gold-silver ratio, and I'll examine that in detail a little bit later on. But in terms of the wave count, the specific wave count that we should apply to the silver chart that you see in front of you, I'm still reluctant to run in here with very fixed labelings. Yes, I don't really see a very clear structure that would make me feel comfortable to put fixed labelings here. That means that there are several options that could still be considered, but we haven't got enough, as far as I'm concerned, we haven't got enough data to go by. The option that it could go down and correct big towards 15.5, 15 should not be excluded. This is perfectly possible. In fact, it could unfold in the case of gold, meaning we could get a serious shakeout in gold, which again would be perfectly normal within the structure that we are working with in the case of gold, and that will be reflected in the case of silver in this manner. This is perfectly possible. However, I've told you that if it finds support at 16.5 and it goes sideways, this will call for reassessment of the possible wave count that calls for taking all of this as one. Okay, with all the problems that we've got here. Yes, there are a lot of problems here. One idea would be to take this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, and that'll be your fifth. Okay, again, not ideal. I'm not terribly excited about it, but if it does continue lower towards 16, 15.5, what else can I do with this wave count, especially when the chart of gold will show a clear correction that could relate to all of that. Okay, and we also have the gold and silver index that I'll examine later that would also accommodate this kind of correction. So we've got to stay open-minded about that. I definitely do not think that silver finished with a correction. Whatever it's doing now, it's not over. It's absolutely not over. And there will be further gyration here. Yes, at least for a few more trading days. That's my reading of the situation before it is ready to continue sharply higher. And this is in the best case. Yes, in the best scenario where you are seeing here a very tight range correction between 17.6 to 16.6 or so. Okay, but as soon as it comes down breaking through 16.6, which I think is very, very possible. And if you follow the analysis, I'll show you also what's going on in platinum. And platinum so far had, I dare say, the clearest wave count. The clearest wave count of all the three, yeah, gold, silver, and platinum. And platinum does project further correction that could, if silver were to replicate that probability, silver will plunge. Okay, so right now I remain very open-minded to various options. I'm not in the business of pushing a wave count. This is silver on the 1 minute scale. And why would this option not be possible? Take a look. That's a 1 minute scale. I'll put some labelings and you will see how very quickly we can get various scenarios here. That's 1, 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, all 5. So you got first leg down, and that's a correction, which means that it is going to go under this level. If you count this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extended, yes, that's extended fifth. You've got here the first leg of an ABC zigzag. So what we are doing here is a B, which means that when it is finished, it is very likely to give you that plunge to go under 16.7. Alternatively, if this is your complete move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, there's absolutely no problem at all taking this as an A, that's a B, that's a C that may have reached an end. That would generate also a reversal. Let me show you. Do you see? That's an A, that's a B, and that'll be your C. That'll generate a C in this manner, where this is your A, that's your B, and that's your C, and then come back. All of this would be perfectly normal. Now here's the chart of gold, priced in US dollars. That's the 60-minute scale with a wave count that I've been working with up to now. And we have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth wave was, I would say, quite interesting because it fell right at the right place and it gave us the right shape. So this, to some extent, is something that we can heavily lean on. And we did the same thing in the case of platinum. And in the case of platinum, it worked very well. We leaned on that fourth wave. What I mean by leaning, we are basically structuring our wave count in such a case that we have a high probability scenario that actually played out. In the case of platinum, in the case of gold, and also in the case of silver, although there it's a different matter. But now we are in a puzzling situation. Do we have the fifth wave over here? And we have to start counting for a correction that will take account of all of that. Do you see? Now, I tend to think that this is the case. I tend to think that we are done with a correction, with a rally. Yes, and what we are facing now is a correction that could definitely relate to all of that. Now, suppose I'm wrong, which is always, of course, a possibility. Suppose I've missed something here. And this is not going to go into a very big correction. One thing I can tell you is that what you see here is almost certainly 99.9% certain that this is not the end of this process. And it seems to me that, as I have explained to you yesterday, it seems to me that it's almost certainly going for kind of a B, kind of triangle here. And I will not be surprised at all to see it diving once it finishes this triangle that, by the way, seems to be underway. The bits and pieces that we got here after I recorded on Friday they just fall right in place here. Okay, so that would argue for another 2 days, maybe 2-3 days of going sideways, doing nothing, and then a big swing down. We get a big swing down to 1680, 1670. Don't give up. Don't give up on the bull. As I told you, if you get a clear B here, that'll be a gift. For those who missed out on the jump here, I mean, that'll be a buy. That'll be a fantastic buy if you get the chance, especially in gold stocks. Yeah, if you are seeking to reduce risk and you don't want to go into leveraged products, you go into stocks, you will be doing very well if you have the guts to jump in and buy. If there is a sharp decline that will take it towards 1680, 1660, I think that there is every chance in the world it's going to bounce back very strongly. Okay, so right now this is my preferred reading, and you can easily see why I think that silver could get another punch that would send it much lower. because the structure that is evolving here is very much calling for that. Yes, now suppose I'm wrong, and suppose that in fact what you see here is something that I evoked in previous videos, that what you see here is not the entire fifth leg on this scale, meaning there is more coming on the upside right away. How would that work? Well, that'll work if this is an ABC. I don't think it is, because I don't see that this is finished. Do you see? And I'm also not terribly excited about the coming up here, the movement. I'm not very excited because it doesn't look to me like it's conforming to a normal layout of a 5-wave run. So I hold fire here, and I'm telling you that I think that this scenario of shooting straight above 1764, it's less likely. That doesn't mean it can't happen, okay? Just understand what I'm saying clearly. It doesn't mean it can't happen. It's possible that it is going to happen, but I think that the chances, as far as I can read them here, and I can read them in other related stocks and commodities, the chances are that we are going for such a thing, okay, and then a deep. Hope you enjoyed the clip. I'm back here with some details about my service, currently at 50% off for first-time users. You need to go on my website, the homepage. It's right here. It's Wave Mastery, www.wavemastery.com. Yeah, wavemastery in one word.com. That takes you to the homepage. You can scroll down, look through some things that I've written here, some recommendations from past users and current users. And that is essentially the offer currently open only to first-time subscribers, okay? So there is the daily service, daily videos that are preceded by a trial, so you can take the trial for 1 week. And at the end of that, if you're happy, you do nothing, you go on to the plan of half price, essentially 79 presents half price of the normal price, and that will be good for 1 year. That means 12 payments of 79. If you want to watch just the weekend videos, then you go for this one, and it does give you access to the weekend videos, and I often also insert a video as a bonus midweek, just to keep you on track, to see a little bit you know, where things are moving, because sometimes 1 week of full price action is a lot, and the wave count can change, especially if you're a short-term trader. You really want to know what's happening. So that is essentially the situation. If you decide to go, for example, for the daily videos, you click here, it takes you to the page where it explains to you, you should read that. It explains to you what is covered, etc., etc. If you like what you read, you click here, subscribe. It takes you to PayPal, because my paying system is through PayPal, and you pay through PayPal. You can see you have the trial at $9.99. That's for the first 7 days. As I said, if you like what you see, do nothing. It just goes automatically. If you don't like, you can cancel. Or if you don't know how to cancel, or you have any doubt, you have any question, you can write to me, of course. Once you go through and you pay, you come back, PayPal will send you back to my website to fill in your profile details, choose your login, and once you do that, you will be led automatically to the page with the links to the various videos classified by date. If at any point in time in this process you have a problem, things are not going as I'm describing to you right now, all you have to do is just contact me and I'll help you out. That is essentially it. So you'll have 1 week to look at things. I would like to just spend a minute about the website itself. I have written here a few articles. Is this website for me? You can go through that one. Psychology and trading, trading and the arts, why join? Yes, each of these articles could perhaps help you to see how to relate to my website, but there is no substitute, in my opinion, to actually take a trial. you know, you take a trial, and I want to say another thing. You take a trial and you can't make up your mind. You want more time to think. Fine, I understand that. Then you cancel, but then you're not allowed to take another trial. Please, I want to be very clear about that. There are people who abuse this, and it's really not right. You're not allowed to take more than one trial, okay? A trial is a trial. But if you're interested, after you take a trial, you're interested to come back, you can still benefit from the low price for the next full year. But you have to write to me, and then I will send you a special link without a trial. And if you join, then you're going to go immediately onto the reduced price plan for 12 months. Okay? If you take another trial after you took already one, I am going to have to cancel that and refund you. And if you do that 2 or 3 times, I'm just going to blacklist you, because there are people who have been doing it, and I'm afraid this is really absolutely not right. This is subscribe here. Use subscription. Once you are logged in, you will see this one highlighting you daily service videos or weekend service videos. Yeah, it will show which one you really have the right to access. The daily service videos, to be very clear, they cover the weekend service videos, okay? So you don't have to subscribe to both. The daily covers everything I do. The weekend, of course, is more selective. Now, I have here resources. There are chart galleries right here, chart 1, 2, 3. There are plenty of charts here that give you an idea how I go about subdividing various market action here. There I covered a lot of markets, and you can see there is history here that could be very interesting for you to just go through. Let's see, platinum, for example. Yes, that's 1973 to 1978. If you click right on top where it shows you the hand, the chart opens up big. You can print it if you like. Here's an example of platinum, April 1980. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the huge correction that followed after that. So there is plenty for you, whichever market you're interested in, the financials, commodities, precious metals, etc. Okay, so that's chart galleries. Then useful links, as the name implies. Yes, recommended reading list. You have a long list of books here that I've read over the years that I found very interesting. Of course, I have many more books that I would like to add. It's just a question of time. I don't always have time to update this one. But the books that you find here did help me in the beginning, and still the information here is very valuable in these books. For example, Kroll. I don't know how many of you heard about Stanley Kroll. Stanley Kroll was a really imaginative fellow trader that wrote very well about his own trading and in trading in general. I learned a lot from these books. And of course, if you haven't heard about Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, you should get this book and read it. You will not regret. This is a book that most traders, I think, have come across and read. It is very interesting. And as you go down the list, you will see if there are things that are of interest to you. Of course, go ahead, get them. Some of them are even available online for free as a PDF. Check that. If you have questions about that, you can even contact me. Here's the contact us, and you put your name. Please make sure you give me the right email address. Message, simple maths, submit, I get it. You'll hear from me. I'm based in Belgium, so if you write to me from Australia or from the US and I'm having my rest, do not be surprised if I don't react quickly, okay? Normally within a day you will have a reply from me. I check my email fairly regularly. So that's about it. Hope to see you visiting my website. Hope to see you taking a trial. If you have any questions, again, don't hesitate. Get in touch with me, and wishing you a great trading week. Bye now.